everyone and welcome to Yoga with me, Carrie O'Fee. Today I have just finished washing and drying my yoga mat, so I'm going to be showing you how I did that. This pretty much works for any yoga mat, but you will see in the video that I throw in some essential oils in the soapy mix that I make. So please just be sure to check that your mat is okay with essential oils. I know some yoga mats do not agree with essential oils. So just check that out and make sure you can also just leave them out just for a nice little extra set. So yeah, grab your mat, grab all the stuff that you need in the video. We're going to go through it together now and I will show you how to wash your yoga mat. Grab your mat, some cold water, warm water, dishwashing liquid, another bowl, sponge, 4 towels, and then 2 essential oils of your choice if your mat is okay with essential oils. I tend to use tea tree and lavender. The tea tree disinfects and the lavender is just because it smells nice. All you need is a bowl of cold water, give it a dash of dishwashing liquid, and top it up with some warm water to make it lukewarm. Only add 2 drops of essential oils. It looks like I'm putting a lot because I'm almost out, so I do need to get some more, but only need 1 to 2 of each. Now you've got your sponge and a nice soapy mix to wash your mat. So as you can see on the mat, it has these markings by the feet and they're also some up by the hands. So what we're wanting to do is just get rid of all the sweat that is built up there. If you have a premium non-slip yoga mat like mine that is super absorbent, you're going to realize that you're going to need a lot of water. So just splashing some water and even wiping my soaking wet hand, you can see how quickly the water is absorbing in, so have lots of water handy. To wash, just using the soft side of the sponge, you're going to go around in these nice circular motions and then wiping down as you progress down the mat. And then again in the middle, going round and round, scraping out all the dirt, opening up the mat, and then continue until you go all the way down to the bottom of the mat. Making sure that you're using the soft side of the sponge. You don't want to use the rough side and create any scratches or marks in your mat. Once I'm done, I just check to make sure that I've gotten everywhere nice and clean, and then grab a towel and absorb up majority of the soapy water before I rinse. So just going down and stepping on the mat to absorb up as much as I can. And just to show you how absorbent this mat is, the middle of the mat isn't even saturated, it's just the edges. So now we're going to start with the rinsing, where you're just going to grab a bucket of water and again going around the edges with a towel and then wiping up all the excess water on your mat. Now we've pretty much poured about a bucket of water on the mat, and to show you how absorbent it is still, I'm going to flip it over and you're going to see the middle of the mat is still dry, and the water that's pulled up around the edges is literally just the water that's overflowed off the side of the mat and gone and slipped underneath. So these mats are super duper absorbent, as you can see, so when they are starting to look a bit grubby and dirty, they're in much need of a wash. Now what you're going to do, you're just going to hang your mat up. You can either hang it on a window in the sun, but if you do, make sure you're not to leave it in the sun for too long, as this may damage the glue binding the mat. You can also lie it flat to dry. This does take a bit longer, or hang it up in the shower. Wherever you hang it, you might want to put a towel at the bottom because there may be some dripping, and keep a close eye on it, especially if it's in the sun. As you can see outside, the mat is soaking wet still, but give it some time and check on it regularly. You can see that the mat is pretty dry on the one side, and you can actually see the line that's dividing the wet and dry side. So turn it around, hanging the wet side out the window and then keeping a close eye on it as always. With this washing method, sometimes depending on how the mat is drying, you may land up with some watermarks on your mat. I don't mind it. I think it creates quite a cool watermark look on the mat, but if you're not a fan of it, please just rinse your mat again and maybe dry it flat. And keeping a close eye on your mat while it dries, and you can see the wet side is super duper wet still, but keep a close eye on it and check it regularly. And yeah, when your mat is pretty much dry with just a little bit of dampness at the bottom, you can see the water's been draining out towards the bottom. This is when you want to bring it out of the sun. As you can see, we brought it inside, still a little bit damp, and yeah, quite a lot of watermarks here. If you're not a fan of this, you're more than welcome to just go and rinse your mat again and dry it flat to avoid this. But I really don't mind it. It's completely up to you. Let me know what you guys think, and if this video was helpful to you, give it a thumbs up. Let me know if you like the watermark look or you prefer it to be nice and clean and fresh. If you have any suggestions on how you wash your mat, please do let me know. And yeah, Subscribe to my channel if you like what you see, ring that notifications bell so that you don't miss any of my upcoming videos, and I will see you soon. Have a lovely day. Namaste from me to you.